SFC Jason Vineyard is serving right here in Race to Remember, in addition to honor and support the sacrifice of our military heroes and first responders. We do this by putting on races where it is okay and considering you. Please join us in honoring their service by racing with us on the parade and business sponsorship. You can find us on Facebook at Race to Remember or contact us at racetoremember@yahoo.com.
How wonderful. Keep on going forward, Race to Remember runners and their four-legged friends. On our parade route today, we can all honor the Color Guard Navy. The Color Guard is from Navy Talent Acquisition Group, Portland. They're approaching us now right here in front of the Marshall House. Your local Navy Recruiting Command Center, NTAG Portland, is comprised of more than 140 sailors and staff who recruit through 5 states, including Southwest Washington, Oregon, Idaho, Northern California, and Nevada. Just listen to them now. The members of the Color Guard are Petty Officer First Class Copley, Petty Officer Second Class Smith, Petty Officer Second Class Harris, First Class Adams, and Second Class Green. Teresa, what about that pipe band?
Give them a listen. This is wonderful. The Fort Vancouver Pipe Band is proud to be back in this parade. As it says, thank you to all of our veterans, including those in its own ranks. You want to learn more and play the pipes or the drums? Check out the band's website at fortpipeband.org. Maybe you can march along with them next year.
Let's all give a big round of applause and welcome today's parade goers, Creekside Mortgage. They're our flag sponsors. Veterans Helping Veterans is Creekside Mortgage's motto. Creekside is a veteran-owned company which specializes in assisting veterans with using their VA benefits to help obtain home ownership. They have been doing loans locally for 17 years. Let's show our thanks to Creekside Mortgage, who've been a proud, longtime sponsor of our parade.
All right, and up next is our VFW Color Guard. And this is followed by our Grand Marshal. Here's the Grand Marshal of our parade. Let's give him a round of applause. Our Grand Marshal, John Kaiser, is a veteran of the U.S. Army. Career-ending injuries sustained from enemy mortar attack forced John's medical retirement as a staff sergeant in 2008. John currently serves as the Southwest Washington Outreach Coordinator for Salmon for Soldiers and is the owner and operator of Tenacity Outdoors, LLC. Thank you so much for your service and welcome home.
Next up, we have Columbia Credit Union. Woo! Columbia is celebrating 7 years in our community, living out their mission of making life better, helping people and the communities connect. Columbia Credit Union is the friend sponsor of this year's parade. Catch up with them and our friends CMAC immediately following the parade at the open house at the Tillery Barracks, on site nearby, just down the road at 600 Hathaway for food and fun.
Okay. Which branch?
Created in 1867, the Vancouver Fire Department serves and protects nearly 300,000 residents from its 11 fire stations. Vancouver Truck 1 here with us today is stationed out of Fire Station 1 located at 4th Plain and Mill. This is 5-star gold families. The Trust welcomes the Gold Star families of Clark County. They're carrying the banners of their loved ones who died in the course of military service. That might be death while on active duty or death as a result of such service. Thank you, Gold Star families, for marching with us today.
And coming up next, we have the Clark College Center of Excellence. The Clark College Veteran Center of Excellence engages, supports, and empowers military-affiliated students to reach their educational goals and prepare for success. The Veteran Center processes paperwork for over 200 students every term so that veterans and military-affiliated students can receive the benefits they deserve. Thank you for being here today. Hi, Ron.
American Heritage Girls is a Christ-centered character and leadership development program for girls 5 to 18. Let's give them a big round of applause. Look at them showing some leadership at an early age. Their mission is building women of integrity through service of God, family, community, and country. Girl members that compete with the AHG program will be Christ-following servant leaders who are honoring, relational, anchored on Christ, and competent. The troop has been together for 8 years. Let's give them a round of applause, please. And we have Pack 494. Another big round of applause for another group of wonderful young leaders. Pack 494 from Salida. Thanks for being with us here today.
And coming up next, we have the Boy Scouts of America, Troop 358, and Cub Scout Pack 358. Scout Troop 358 and Cub Scout Pack 358 of Vancouver are honored to be here for their 25th year. Let's give them a round of applause. They meet Monday nights at Vancouver Church over in Hazeldale. Thank you so much for being here.
All right. Our parade is officially in full flight with the Camas High School. The Camas High School Papermakers Marching Band, directed by Richard Mancini. A great round of applause to drum majors, Kay Miller and Jack Booth. Give it up for the Tigers are proud to play today and honor our veterans and bring a great big thank you for their service.
And coming up next, you can hear them and see them come down the road, the 40-8 locomotive. This locomotive is a replica of a 19th century French World War I era coal-burning locomotive. Built in 1984 in Vancouver, Washington, it has been in parades all over the United States.
Thank you, 40-8. Operation Home Rescue provides free home maintenance and repairs to veterans in Clark County. Let's give them a big round of applause for joining us today. Their services are coordinated by TMG Cares, the nonprofit division of TMG family of companies. Thank you, Operation Home Rescue. And thank you, TMG. Helping veterans in need of home repairs every day, all day. Oh, we have the equestrians online now. It's the Clark County Equestrian Court. The 2023 Clark County Equestrian Fair Court is sponsored by Riverview Bank. Princess Gracie and Princess Lydia invite veterans and active military to attend the Clark County Fair on Military Appreciation Day. The Clark County Fair is August 4th through the 13th, 2023. Look at that. That's just beautiful. Thank you for joining us today, Clark County Fair Equestrians.
And up next, we have the Fort Vancouver Antique Equipment Association. Check them out.
I think they've got some horsepower there too.
Members of the Fort Vancouver Antique Equipment Association are dedicated to preserving, restoring, and displaying items and equipment that are part of Clark County's rural living history. Visit their display at the Clark County Fair. Again, coming up next year, August 4th through the 13th, 2023.
That looks great. It's the 961 Powermaster Ford, followed by a Farmall, a McCormick Farmall. Look at that. It's got some plowing equipment. No brush removal needed today. How about that Alice Chalmers? It's an oldie but a goodie. And, you know, a community favorite, our big green and yellow, the John Deere.
All right, coming up next is our four-legged fur babies, the Columbia Cascade Great Pyrenees Club. They are dedicated to the well-being of these gentle giants. Look at how cute they are. The breed has been used for hundreds of years to guard livestock and are intelligent, self-reliant, and courageous.
That sounds like some veterans we know. Let's put our hands together for Girl Scout Troop 11974. Look at those young leaders in the making. Thank you for joining us today.
All right, coming up next, we have Cub Scout Pack 333. They are proud to participate in the 34th Annual Veterans Parade. They show their love and support for our veterans by placing American flags in the military section at Evergreen Memorial Gardens each year, the Friday before Memorial Day. Pack 333 meets at the Barberton Grange, the second and fourth Mondays of each month at 6:30. For more information, check them out at beascout.org.
It's the 204th Army Band, part of the 88th RD. has been supporting the Vancouver community for many years and looks forward to many, many more. It's under the direction of Chief Warrant Officer 2, Andrew Nelson. The drum major is Staff Sergeant Jack Lough. The 204th Army Band, let's give it up. Your hands together. Thank you. And with us today is Silver Star Search and Rescue. So Teresa, they've been around since 1963.
The Silver Star Search and Rescue has been providing a free service to the communities we serve. Some of our members are veterans themselves, and proudly so. Their motto of "We serve so others may live" says it all. And thank you to all of our veterans. One little piece to note, they are a super cool group, so you should probably check them out at silverstar.org.
silverstar.org/About Us HTML. So check them out online. A great group. You know, we can give a big shout out to the sponsors of today's parade. They support these shows not just today, but all year long for our veterans. Let's say thank you to Columbia Credit Union, Creekside Mortgage, and the Vancouver Clinic. You know who's joining us today right now? Right on the route is the Portland Skyliners. The Portland Skyliners Tall Club is a 501c7 social club for tall men 6'2" and women 5'10", raising high standards for all of us. They support 2 charities and advocate for tall issues like veterans. They consider themselves a tall family of friends. The nonprofit organizations supported our TCI Foundation. The club awards a Tall Teen Scholarship every single year. And Marfan Foundation. Marfan syndrome affects the connective tissue in the body's long bones and is often found in tall people. Thank you to the Portland Skyliners. Oh my gosh, let's all raise a cup. It's Starbucks Coffee Company.
You guys have a pumpkin spice latte over there? Okay. Starbucks is proudly committed to hiring veterans in all of its stores and currently employs more than 26,000 veterans. Thank you so much. Thank you to Starbucks for donating the coffee at the Red Cross tent, and thank you to the Red Cross for serving us coffee this morning. Look for them around the course on the golf cart. We love your coffee. Thank you guys. Thank you for being here. And coming up next, we have the Northwest 25th Infantry Division Veterans. This is comprised of mostly Vietnam veterans who served from 1965 until 1971. They fought in major battles during that time, including TET 1968, and participated in the Cambodia invasion in May of 1970.
The TET 1968 has something to be remembered and honored. Thank you so much to the Northwest 25th Infantry Division veterans. The Streiskuth family fire engines. Look at them. Go, you guys. This is look, it's a step back in time. These fire engine collection was started in 1985 by retired Fire Chief Richard Streiskuth. Represented today are 4 from their collection. A 31C Grave, a 36 Chevy, a 47 Ford, and a 1965 Kenworth. We're covering all their bases. 3 generations of the Streiskuth family are in the parade today. It's a true family effort. Thank you so much. Let's thank them so much for joining us today. more time, let's thank the Strife Booth family.
All right, we can hear them coming down the way. We've got Hudson Bay High School Marching Band. Let's give them a round of applause. The Hudson Bay High School Marching Band is under the direction of Craig Bunch. Today's drum major is junior Aiden King. Woo! Nice job, guys. Thank you so much for being here. All right, and while we're waiting for our next group to come down the way, if you're looking for something else to do, check out some of the upcoming events from the Historic Trust. November 10th is Hidden Histories, the South Vietnamese side of the Vietnam War, a program from Humanities Washington.
I guess this is a talk with historian Julie Pham. It will take place at the Artillery Barracks, just right down the road on the National Historic Site. There's a casual reception, Teresa, at 6:30 p.m. The talk starts at 7 p.m. So this will be a free event brought to us by our friends at the Historic Trust. So thank you so much. A wonderful event on November 10th. Wonderful. We've got with us the Veterans 42nd National Veteran Wheelchair Games. They've come to Portland on July 4th to the 9th, 2023. Let's all give it up for the 42nd Annual National Veterans Wheelchair Games. Athletes from nearly every generation of veterans and from around the country come to compete. They'll be joining us right here in 2023. Hundreds of volunteers are needed. Take a flyer and learn how to join in on this event. Thank you for joining us today. Let's all thank the Veterans Affairs Police. They're driving by now. They've got their lights flashing. They're giving us a little shout out. The Veterans Affairs Police are responsible for providing a safe environment for our veterans while receiving care at the Veterans Administration hospitals. Many of the men and women of the VA Police are veterans themselves. Did you know that, Teresa? They're all veterans themselves, many of them. Their motto is to protect those who have served. And joining us now is the Vietnamese community of Clark County. So, Teresa, maybe you could tell us a little bit about them.
Love to. The Vietnamese community of Clark County is a non-profit organization formed by Vietnamese immigrants who settled here, right here in Clark County. Their mission is to provide a network for mutual support and promote diversity throughout Clark County. Thank you so much for being here today. All right, and coming up next, we have Cub Scout Pack 435. Cub Scout Pack 435 salutes our veterans. They are made up of boys and girls ages 5 to 11 from Anderson Elementary School and the surrounding Hazeldale area. The Scouts are excited to march today and show their support for our veterans. All right, coming up next is Trail Life Troop 9400. They are from Vancouver, Washington. Trail Life is a Christian adventure, character, and leadership program. Thank you, guys.
Joining us today on the parade route, Royal Rangers, Outpost 413. Let's all thank them. Royal Rangers Outpost is sponsored by Battlegrounds Church on the Rock. Royal Rangers is celebrating 60 years of raising young servant leaders for Christ. Senior Commander Brian Sherbon has been leading Southwest Washington's largest outpost for 10 years. Thank you, Royal Rangers Outpost. And now, Teresa, look who's joining us. It's somebody in the beautiful purple and gold Columbia River.
The Columbia River High School Rapids Band is directed by Dave Ketchers. I am so sorry that I butchered your last name. And is led on the street today by drum major Levy McClellan.
Dave Catch-Case Chartre. And is led, like Teresa said, by our fabulous drum major, Livy McClellan. Thank you, Columbia River High School Band. Okay, you guys, following up our beautiful band is another wonderful fire truck. Look at that big red. It's the Clark County Fire District 6. This entry from Clark County Fire District 6 is one of two of the very first fire engines the district purchased. Isn't that amazing, Teresa?
Love it. Absolutely love it.
Back in 1954, District 6 brought this used 1940 USA pumper that was originally built by the U.S. Army at Fort Holabird, Maryland. So it's got some legacy here with our veterans. Great, we've got Air Force Junior ROTC Battleground High School. The Battleground Air Force Junior Reserve Officers Training Corps, led by Cadet Major Blake Miller. Let's put our hands together. This is dedicated, this group really is all about dedicating and promoting citizenship through the study of leadership and aerospace science. JROTC instructors are Colonel Woodrow and Chief Shannon. Thank you, Air Force JROTC Battleground High School.
You guys got a lovely voice.
All right, coming up are some of my favorite cars. Check out these beauties. We've got the Northwest Corvette Association. Celebrating their 50th anniversary, the Northwest Corvette Association is a proud supporter of Northwest Battle Buddies, providing service dogs to veterans and saving lives.
Teresa, not only do we love those Corvettes, but the Battle Buddies are something special as well. Two great organizations right here in our community. I think they look warm and toasty inside those Corvettes. We're pretty toasty right here in our little announcer stand. It's not bad out here in beautiful Pacific Northwest weather. Look at all of us parade goers. Oh, we've got a difference of opinion here. Maybe somebody's looking for that golden orb to break through our cloudy overcast sky. But you can't ask for anything more than this. This is the Pacific Northwest at its finest. The Corvette Association. Thank you.
I mean, this is the Northwest. We don't let a little rain stop us, do we?
As we all take a gander at our beautiful Corvettes, let's also take a moment to thank the generous community folks who put on this wonderful tradition. Thank you to all of our volunteers today who make it possible, and for the Historic Trust to bring this event to our community. It's the Clark County Amateur Radio Club. There you go. Starbucks and the Red Cross for the coffee, and all of the participants and guests. Thank you so much. Right behind our Corvettes, we're looking at the future. Or maybe it was the past, we're not sure. But joining us is Star Wars Oregon. These Star Wars characters are part of the International Costuming Club's 501st Legion. I think they're otherworldly, perhaps. but here they are, right here on Earth, right here with us in the Pacific Northwest. The Rebel Legion represents the bad guys and the good guys of the Star Wars universe. Thank you so much. Oh, yes, Teresa wants to remind us all, may the Force be with you. We've got some more Cub Scouts with us. Look at them, standing tall and proud. The American flag is being carried by Cub Scout Pack 443 of Battleground. It's one of the longest serving Cub Scout packs in the area. Thank you, 443. You know, the Cub Scouts mission, Teresa, is to teach youth of our community about scouting values and to grow up and become great citizens. So let's join. You know, they encourage anybody who's interested in that type of leadership activities for your youth. Join them at bascout.org. That's bascout.org.
All right, coming up next, we've got a joint effort here with the American Legion Smith Reynolds post number 14 with the auxiliary and Boy Scout troop number 320 and 5320. They have been a Vancouver leader for over 100 years. The American Legion Smith Reynolds post number 14 and auxiliary. And walking with them today, we've got our Boy Scouts coming up here, our Boy Scout troop number 320 and 5320. Sponsored for over 85 years by post number 14, where veterans are always welcome. Thank you so much for being here today.
I'm so glad the rain has slowed down a little bit. We don't have to use those canoes, right?
And do I dare say it? Is that some sunshine I see coming out? All right, and coming up next, we have the Sea Scouts. Sea Scouts are a part of the Scout movement with a particular emphasis on boating and other water-based activities, such as canoeing, scuba, paddleboarding, and sailing. This program is for youth ages 14 to 21.
At some point in time yesterday, those water sports could have been in effect, I guess, Teresa. Today, it's looking great. Look at it. Look at this parade route. All these veteran supporters and joining us, just coming right down the lane, is the Lewis and Clark Young Marines. The Lewis and Clark Young Marines from Vancouver, Washington are one of the premier Young Marine units nationwide. The unit was formed in 2002. They enroll youths age 8 to 18. Throughout the Portland and Vancouver metro area. You can learn more at www.lcym.org. lcym.org. Thank you for joining us today, Lewis and Clark Young Marines.
All right. Coming up next is the Columbia River Detachment of the Marine Corps League. The U.S. Marine Corps has been serving in the defense of our country since 1775 and will celebrate its upcoming birthday on November 10th. They are represented by the Columbia River Detachment of the Marine Corps League in their 26th year of participation.
Attachment. And now coming through a ray of sun is the Veterans of Foreign War Post 7824. Veterans of Foreign War Post 7824. Thank you for your service in celebration, honor, and memory. Following right behind them, we have the American Red Cross. Prior to that, though, we've got a Jeep in all of its glory. They're tucked in nice and toasty in there. Got a lap robe. It looks great. Thank you for joining us today. Look at this classic beauty. That's Impala. Holla. Did I just say that out loud? I don't know. It's a beautiful Impala. Thank you so much. And now we have the Red Cross. Southwest Washington chapter of American Red Cross provides response, coffee today, and relief and recovery services. They save lives through health and safety training, provide assistance to active military members, their families, and local veterans. And they ensure we maintain a safe and stable blood supply for patients in need. Thank you today, American Red Cross. Not only are they helping us with a stable blood supply, but a stable coffee supply today as well as a partner with Starbucks. So thank you, American Red Cross. Joining us now is the Clark County Flying Eagles, the Ford Model A Club. So Teresa, why don't you take it away?
Listen to those horns. I love it. The Clark County Eagle A's is a nonprofit organization dedicated to maintaining the Ford Model A and is open to anyone with a desire to learn more about these historic cars and trucks. Just check them out. Their current president is Austin Alling. The club meets on the first Tuesday of each month. All are welcome. All Ford lovers are welcome. Look at this big group of Cub Scouts coming down the way. Cub Scout Pack 608 is a scouting program for kids in kindergarten through 5th grade based out of Chinook Elementary up in the Salmon Creek area. Our Cubs enjoy being active in our community, outdoor adventure programs, and personal growth and development. Look at this big group.
Thank you, Cub Scouts. We represent Salmon Creek and our future leaders right here in our community. Thank you so much. We have another crowd of Cub Scouts following right behind. It's Pack 554. Pack 554 is located in East Vancouver. Pack 554, you know, Teresa, is made up of energetic boys and girls ranging from kindergarten through 5th grade. And they meet on Monday nights at the Burnt Bridge Creek Elementary School. Please stop by if you're interested. Their meetings, they're open, and they would love to entertain anybody else who's interested in joining in on the fun of Pack 554. Thank you for joining us today, Pack 554. We appreciate your support.
All right, and coming up behind them is the American Legion Riders, Post 122, Cape Horn and Christian Riders Group. The American Legion Riders, Post 122, Cape Horn with Christian Riders Group Band has been together to help all of those in need of food and housing. Thank you so much for what you do. And, oh my God, and check out this helmet. And one more time, let's give a shout out to all of our sponsors today that made this parade happen. Columbia Credit Union, Creekside Mortgage, and the Vancouver Clinic. Thanks also to all the wonderful community partners we have, like Waste Connections, the City of Vancouver, the National Park Service, and of course, CMAC. Thank you all for your support today.
You know, as we were setting up today, Mayor Ann was front and center. She was on a mission, walking up and down, taking care of business, greeting people, and just welcoming everyone here to our Veterans Parade today. A special shout out to Mayor Ann, as she, as always, is representing us so well. Joining us today is the Fifi Shriners, Southwest Washington Shrine Clowns. Shriners International is a men's fraternity founded in 1872. The Shriners It was chartered in Tacoma in 1889, and it exists to provide fun and fellowship to its members and to support their 22 children's orthopedic and burn medical centers. Hello. Hi. Hello, the Michaels family.
And Bart Hansen, who just strolled by. All right, we have a 1st Oregon Volunteer Infantry. The 1st Oregon Volunteer Infantry is a nonprofit group that promotes the history of the years 1860 to 1866 through historic demonstrations, living history exhibits, battle reenactments, and competitive shooting of Civil War weapons.
If you've never visited a reenactment, it's really something to behold. They have taken it to a level. If you get an opportunity, take advantage of that. Joining us now is the American Field Service, AFS. American Field Service is an intercultural exchange program to promote world peace. This year, Clark County is hosting Marie Parole from France, Kanta Laupanchikul from Thailand, Emily Drapeau from Canada, and Marta Biasiola from Italy. So thank you to the American Field Service and for all those mispronunciations I just did.
All right, we got another high school band coming up, the Fort Vancouver High School Band. The Fighting Trapper Band and Cheer and Flag Squads have been performing since 1888. 1888! They are proud to honor the members of our nation's armed forces today. Let's go, Trappers! Woo!
That snare drum's something. Keeping the bass, the tuba, and the rest of the horns. C-Tran. C-Tran's honored to support our veterans and their family members for their dedication, commitment, and sacrifices they've made in the name of freedom. C-Tran's Freedom Bus is dedicated to these brave individuals. Thank you, C-Tran. I know many of us have seen the C-Tran bus throughout our community. It's a beautiful, patriotic nod to beautiful Clark County and the Pacific Northwest region. Thank you, C-Tran. Okay, something near and dear to my heart. We have another equestrian group, the United States Veterans Corps Pacific Northwest. Members and volunteers of the United States Veterans Corps of the Pacific Northwest in their all-veteran mounted color guard. It consists of veterans and their families. Please rise for their riderless horse. All rise. All rise in honor and memory. Thank you. Thank you for joining us today. You know, it's both a celebration, an honor, and in memory. We have got Cub Scout Pack 610 thinking of, making memories. These Cub Scouts are doing it. Cub Scout Pack 610 is very active in East Vancouver. The Scouts are having fun while learning life skills and serving others, Teresa. They participate annually in a walk and knock, the Christmas tree recycling project. Many of us have used those services, a Memorial Day flag ceremonies, and much, much more. You know what, Teresa? Right behind them is Boy Scouts of America Troop 648. Let's thank Boy Scouts of America Troop 648. Thank you.
All right, and coming up right behind our Boy Scouts is Veterans in Rotary. Greater Clark County Rotary motto is serving above self. Many of our Rotarians started with service to their country. Now they take their military experience to better serve our local community. All right, and coming up right behind them is the Military Vehicle Collectors Club of Oregon. They are comprised of members from as far north as Chehalis, Washington, to as far south as Salem, Oregon. The organization is dedicated to the preservation and operation of historical military vehicles and equipment. These vintage military vehicles are privately owned by their members.
You can just see the love and care. Look at the wonderful soft tops on those Jeeps. That's something to behold. And the beautiful woodwork on the back of this pickup truck coming by, and the camouflage on that Dodge. Looks great. How about Pack 95? Vancouver's Pack 95 Cub Scouts. It's a crowd, you guys. Look at these leaders. Future leaders of our area and all their mentors and supporters waving their flags, joining us in support and honor in memory of our veterans. Thank you so much. Cub Scout Pack 95.
And we can hear them coming down the way. Girl Scouts of Oregon and Southwest Washington, Troop 45703. This troop has earned the Presidential Volunteer Service Award with a combined community service hour total of over 1,000 hours. 1,000 hours, Colleen. Isn't that awesome?
Yes. Oh, and right behind 1,000 hours of service is our Combat Veterans Motorcycle Association, Chapter 11-8. Representatives group are veterans of all branches of the U.S. Armed Forces. They help vets who have defended their country and its freedom. Thank you, Combat Veterans Motorcycle Association, for joining us today. And right behind, we've got some Mustangs. Look at the Mustangs Unlimited Car Club. Created in 1978, the Mustangs Unlimited is a local Vancouver, Washington car club, Teresa. It's devoted to the Ford Mustang automobile. They've donated to many local charities and have participated in many local parades and car shows. And obviously their love and support, honor, and memory of veterans is near and dear to them. So thank you to the Mustangs Unlimited Club. You know, as we look at these Mustangs go by, Teresa, there's other events coming up. Today's event is turning out to be really pretty wonderful. Thank you for joining us here today. On November 17th at 10 a.m., the Trust offers a walk and talk tour. A walk and talk. Hey, I think we could do that, Teresa. Do you think we're sitting right now, but can we walk and talk?
I think we have the ability to do that. Oh, yeah.
So it's going to be all along Officers Road, November 17th. The generals who serve at Vancouver Barracks are going to be participating in this. You can register at historictrust.org. Historictrust.org. For this tour led in partnership with the Vancouver Barracks Military Association. Listen to that engine. The Mustangs Unlimited. He's got some power under the hood. Coming up with us is Vet Huts. Vet Huts in the red Tesla. Look at that thing go. Quiet. It's representing Washington peer counselors, honors serviceman John Gast, U.S. Marine Corps, Vietnam vet, and father of Ren Autry, along with a partner, Adam Kravitz, our WAPC Bravo heroes for starting Vancouver's first Safe Stay Community. Safe Stay Communities, shelters, and peer services focus on recovery from homelessness. Contact Connect at outsidersin.org. That's Connect at outsidersin.org for more information. And Teresa, I believe that wraps up today's parade route.
But the fun's not done yet. If you haven't heard, Colleen, we have an open house going on over at the Artillery Barracks. I would really encourage everybody to head on over. They've got hot dogs, they've got coffee, ice cream sundaes, activities for the kiddos, and a lot of local community organizations that support our veterans.
Thank you for joining us here today. Thank you for being so supportive of those who give selflessly of their time and have sacrificed everything so that we can enjoy the freedoms that Americans celebrate and cherish. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. And thank you for joining us at the 2022